Welcome back. Many people may make more money on their list of New Year's resolutions. Stock market analyst David England might be able to help. Each semester he teaches classes about investing at John A. Logan College, and he is here now with one of his star students, Jim Morris of Carbondale, to talk about the success of the Traders Challenge. And David, why don't you start us off and just talk about this challenge? You do this every semester, right?
Well, it's an exciting event, Kevin. I start off in the semester to teach people how the stock market works, and then use the different trading strategies that I used when I was a trader and continue as a trader. So the first 8 weeks or 6 weeks is show them how it works, and then with those systems, and I give them $50,000 paper money, okay, and they trade their little hearts out for 6 weeks, and at that point in time, we see who had the best results. Now, the grade is not upon how well they do, it's how they follow instructions and the different trading strategies.
And I would imagine that that gets kind of complicated, especially in today's market.
It is complicated, but that's my job, is to simplify it. Wall Street has been excellent about making things overcomplicated. And intimidation factor, they should get an A. So that's what I do, is to take these very, very complex points and put them out just like we're sitting in the backyard talking over the fence.
Excellent. And Jim, tell me a little bit about your strategy and how you came up with such successful results.
Well, principally, my strategy was to avoid losses, and I did that by setting a rigorous example of stops on every investment that I made. Secondly, was just look for things, did a lot of scanning, look for things that are opportunities, and found them and invested in them fairly quickly. They were things that followed the trend for the most part.
And what kind of advice would you offer to folks who may be thinking about taking this class in the future?
Well, have fun. It's a lot of fun to have. Listen to what David has to say. He's got a lot of knowledge, a lot of valuable things there. And try your skills out on paper first, and then go for it.
David, is that a mistake people commonly make, as they want to jump right in with both feet and make money, and that's their objective, and they don't do the paper trading first?
That's one of the many mistakes. You know, you paper trade, get your strategies down where you're making money. But you have to realize a lot of times we have a room, whenever I teach a class, we have a room full of achievers. So they, at this point in time, they think that they can do no wrong. That's why we paper trade, and it's a very, very good, and it's a humbling experience, Kevin.
Oh, I can imagine.
It can be, yes.
Jim, what's next for you then?
Well, I'm taking control of my own personal investments, the money that I do have to invest. I'm doing it instead of having my stockbroker do it, and I'm going to take the next class, 2:30, and try to hone my skills even more.
And we'll hear from one of your 2:30 students in our next half hour, is that right?
Yes, we sure will.
Alrighty, looking forward to that. Thank you, gentlemen, both. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Welcome back. Earlier we heard from stock market analyst David England and one of his students at John A. Logan College. David is back with another success story. This time we're joined by financial class 230 winner Ray Dickens. Thank you for being with us this morning, Ray.
Thank you, Kevin.
David, though, let's start off with you. And we were talking in the break, this challenge, this is
Yes,
the
sir.
first time you guys have been able to use something called Trade Monster.
Yes, John A. Logan College is the first college and university in the U.S. to use the Trade Monster paper trading platform, which is very unique. For a number of years, the students have asked me, well, why can't we paper trade options? Well, up until this point, it wasn't viable. So we got with Trade Monster out of Chicago and made it possible for our students to be able to do this. And it's a very fantastic and unique program.
And how does that work exactly?
Well, you go to the Trade Monster platform and start a paper trading account with zero amount down. At this point in time, they give you $50,000, and you get to use your strategies on this to obviously build up wealth. But one of the things that I did personally was the different strategies to see how the equity positions changed throughout the semester.
And you're encouraging and teaching the students throughout the semester on different strategies and ways to invest.
Yes, there's at least 6 strategies that I use personally, and those are also strategies that I teach my students.
Alrighty, and Ray, you had a pretty impressive return too of 43%. What was the secret to your success?
Kevin, I followed the money. Big money moves the market, and I watched where the big money was going. And at that point in time, it went into dry shipping and precious metals, and I just kind of followed the trends, and it was not that difficult.
How important was it to do this with the paper trading first to get started with?
It is always important to use somebody else's money or no money at all as opposed to your own. Although this was not new to me. I had traded options before, and I thoroughly enjoy the challenge because it's exciting.
What's your advice to someone who may not quite understand what Trade Monster or options or these logos that were, or slogans we're kind of throwing out, what would your advice be to them if they wanted to get into this?
My best advice would be to take Dr. England's 229 course and learn the fundamentals, because this is an arena. If you go into it not knowing the fundamentals, you will get slaughtered.
David, what's your advice?
Find out the facts, how the market works, instead of how you've been told that it's worked throughout the years. At this point in time, learn patience, and then paper trade. Make your mistakes on paper before you put real money to work. We work too hard for our money.
And of course, Logan is closed right now for Christmas break, but I'm imagining more classes are starting in the spring semester.
I do have a few seats left in the Finance 229 class, so they could contact me at the college. Yes, the college is shut down this week, but I'm still working.
Yeah.
All they have to do is send me an email, davidengland@jalc.edu. I'll get back in touch with them. We want to fill as many seats as possible.
Alrighty, and we'll have that information David just gave you on our website, wsiltv.com. You can click on the News 3 This Morning link, as well as on our Facebook page.